Hey YouTubers, Tim Townley here. Today we're going to talk about the Insta360 One X by Insta360. This cool little camera does some amazing things. Let's check it out. Okay, first of all, what is a 360 camera? A 360 camera has two lenses generally, not always. Some cameras have multiple lenses to do this, but in this case, for the 360 One X, it has two cameras, one on either side. There we go, there's one camera here and one camera here. So those two cameras are capturing 180 degrees around there, and they're overlapping just slightly. And it's doing some internal stitching to create this spherical photo or video. Now the video is 5.7K and the photos are 18 megapixels. So it's really neat, and you can use this for all sorts of different things. So for me, what I've done with this is I have used it for Google Street View, Google Earth, that kind of stuff. And then also used it for video compositing for 3D visual effects and stuff like that. So when I've done a 3D environment, I need an actual environment that represents the place that I'm at or looks like for that particular 3D object, and I need reflections and things like that. I use the 360. So this 360 camera also has a feature where you can do some slow motion, you can do HDR with this, you can do all sorts of really cool things. Another thing that I've used it for is real estate photography, so that you can get that 360 kind of tour kind of feature for your real estate. Now, having that for real estate is really cool, especially when you have HDR, because HDR, what it's good for, if you don't know already, is that you can take multiple exposures. Having those multiple exposures for the outside and the inside, because you want those windows open, you want to share some of those features of that location that you're shooting. So being able to do multiple exposures for these HDR photos is really cool. Now, one thing you have to be careful of is the settings. Now, really cool about the app that you can download for this is that you can go into each of those settings and adjust the shutter, the aperture, and the ISO, as well as your exposure settings for your HDR images, and you can perfect that just the way you like. The more light though, the better it is for quality and the less grain you're going to get. Just look at all those cool features that you have. I'll even display a few of those on the screen here so you can take a look at some of the features that you can get into with the 360 One X. Now, depending on the package that you get, you're gonna come with the 360 One X, of course. The battery is just on the side over here. You could take that out and you can replace it with another one. But the kind of downside to that is that you have to charge it using the 360 One X. So you can't charge one while you're using the camera. Now, it has a standard USB kind of slot here for you. So everybody has one of those, but it comes with one anyway, so you can charge it up. And on the bottom here, it has your typical 1/4-inch mount, and then your SD card. So this is just one of those micro SD cards that you can use. Now this thing has a tiny screen on it, so I always recommend using the app. The app is way better. So, but it does have the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth kind of features, so you can connect it to your phone and connect to the app and all that kind of stuff. Really cool. So we'll turn that off. One thing you want to make sure that you do is protect these lenses at all costs, because as soon as they're damaged, they're damaged. So whenever you're not using the camera, just slide it in the pouch that they gave you. It's all good. and you can wear it around your neck, whatever. And depending on the package that you get as well, you can get the telescopic selfie stick, and this thing is long. You can use this for all sorts of things, and you can also combine it with other things, like if you have a monopod or whatever and you want to get a really, really long high shot, make it look almost aerial shot, you can do that. And another cool feature about that is that with this selfie stick, it takes the selfie stick out automatically. You don't have to take it out in post. So it's really neat that way. And it's super convenient and easy to use. It's really cool. One of the other things that you can do and buy with this is water housing. And this water housing is great for inclement weather, if you're going out canoeing, kayaking, doing anything like that. It's called the Venture Case, and it's 5 meters, so it's not a lot. It's not a lot. So I wouldn't recommend going like real scuba diving. You can get another case for that, I do believe, on their site, but this one's just for like adventure, water resistance kind of thing, and it works well. Anyway, that's the 360 camera. One other cool feature before I let you go here is that I went on a trip to go visit family far away. We don't get to see them very often, my wife and I, and it's really cool that we got a chance to actually take a few videos of them where we were, and we got some 360 photos and videos, and I was able to transfer that onto my Oculus Quest. Now, anytime we want to kind of see those home videos, they're in 360, which is really sweet, especially if you got a 360 camera to take those, and you can put them on your headset. And if you've ever used a VR headset, it's really neat to be able to be in that environment, look around and see things. It's really cool. So that's another really cool feature that you can use this for. Anyway, if you are interested in this camera, take a look at the link in the description below. Put some comments. I want to hear about your experience with 360 cameras, what other 360 cameras you've used, and if you get one, tell me or show me what kind of footage or photos that you got with your 360 camera. I look forward to seeing it and your comments below. Take care, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.